Ken Bastida.
And I'm Elizabeth Cook. Here are some of your top headlines.
This just in, we now know the identity of the Oakland officer who was critically injured in that car crash yesterday. 22-year-old Jordan Wingate. Officers say that Wingate graduated from the police academy in May of 2017, and he is also the son of a police lieutenant. The department says that Wingate was responding to a call at Middle Harbor Road at the Port of Oakland early yesterday morning when he was involved in a collision with another vehicle and a parked semi. No one else was hurt.
The largest fire in state history has turned deadly. 42-year-old Battalion Chief Matt Burchett was killed yesterday while battling the Mendocino Complex fire. Burchett was from Utah and had been a firefighter for 20 years. Officials say he jumped at the chance to come to California and help fight the fires.
He had a gleam in his eye, and he had a grin that you could not look at and not grin back. He was a doer. He was a creator.
CAL FIRE, the state of Utah, and Salt Lake County are all working together to bring Matt back home. The details of his funeral haven't been worked out yet. He leaves behind a wife and son. This is the 6th firefighter death so far this fire season. California Governor Jerry Brown issued a statement a short time ago, reading in part, firefighters from across the nation and world have selflessly battled California's massive wildfires. And sadly today, we mourn the loss of one of those heroes.
Well, some positive news on the Ferguson fire. Containment is now sufficient to reopen Yosemite Valley, and parts of the national park have been closed for almost 3 weeks. The fire has torn through more than 96,000 acres in the Sierra Nevada mountains just east of Mariposa. It is 86% contained at this point.
And fires continue to burn across the state. New numbers from CAL FIRE show there are 11 large wildfires burning right now across California. More than 12,000 firefighters are on the front lines, and more than 740,000 acres have burned. About 2,000 structures have been damaged or destroyed.
Our chief meteorologist, Paul Diano, has got a look at your forecast. I notice a lot more blue sky, a lot less smoke today.
Yes, the winds have picked up. They've increased and taken the smoke and sending it east and north. But man, is it chilly outside away from the water. It's the coldest afternoon that we have had since June the 9th, last time we were this chilly. And there's the reason why. We know the clouds sit over San Francisco, but that marine air, that marine layer is thicker, and it has been pushed all the way inland. And look at the current temperatures. Nobody even at 80 degrees. Remember, we went about a month straight with somebody hitting 90. Concord 78, Livermore only 73, Santa Rosa 79. So that really wide temperature spread that was as much as 45 degrees last week is all of 15 degrees currently because of the onshore flow pushing the cooler air inland. Good to moderate air quality tomorrow. Tomorrow is not a spare the air day. We'll have moderate air quality in the East Bay and South Bay. A number of thunderstorms encroaching on South Lake Tahoe. If you know somebody who's up there, tell them to look to the south. Skies are probably looking pretty angry. Numerous thunderstorms are moving to the north, likely heading toward Reno and Truckee as well. Overnight lows tonight with lots of low cloud cover and fog. Vallejo 56, San Jose 59, Concord 58, and San Francisco 56. Another cool-ish day tomorrow. Mind you, the average high inland is close to 90 degrees this time of year. We're not going to get there. Napa 82, Livermore 84, 70s for Fremont, San Jose, and Mountain View, 63 in San Francisco, and 60 in Pacifica. That's your forecast.
Now to a developing situation in Italy where 22 people have been killed and 16 others injured after a section of a highway bridge collapsed in Genoa in northern Italy. Authorities say it happened during a sudden and violent storm. About 30 vehicles were involved. Crews and search dogs are going through the rubble looking for more victims. It's not clear exactly what caused the collapse. Now the city of Genoa has declared 2 days of mourning for the victims and their families.
Meanwhile, in London, police say a man in his 20s is now under arrest after being caught on camera driving into a group of pedestrians outside the British Houses of Parliament. This happened during the morning rush hour. Authorities say several people were hurt. Fortunately, no one is in critical condition.
Given that this appears to be a deliberate act, the method, and this being an iconic site, we are treating it as a terrorist incident.
Now, the suspect is being held on suspicion of terror offenses. Authorities say that he acted alone and is not cooperating with investigators.
A bizarre chase out of Stockton. CHP say this woman, 34-year-old Natasha Scott, stole an ambulance yesterday and took police on a high-speed chase, at times hitting speeds of up to 90 miles per hour. They say she took the ambulance from outside St. Joseph's Hospital. Now Scott is facing charges for stealing a vehicle, evading police, and other traffic violations.
Now, the defense has rested its case in the trial of President Trump's one-time campaign manager, Paul Manafort, and they never called a single witness to testify. Manafort is facing bank and tax fraud charges. Prosecutors allege he made millions of dollars from his work for a Russia-friendly Ukrainian political party, then lied to get loans when the cash flow stopped. Closing arguments are set to begin tomorrow.
The Trump campaign filed a complaint against a former aide whose tell-all breaches a confidentiality agreement. Omarosa Newman's new book has sparked a war of words between her and the president. She accused President Trump of being racist. The president fired back, calling her a lowlife and a dog, something the White House says is not about race, but all about Omarosa's character.
The fact is the president's an equal opportunity person that calls things like he sees it. He always fights fire with fire, and he certainly doesn't hold back on doing that across the board.
Omarosa also claims during her time in the White House, the Trump administration was aware of a recording of the president using the N-word. It supposedly happened during his time on the TV show The Apprentice. White House officials say they talked about the possible existence of such a recording. However, they say the president has denied ever using such language.
Well, there's a new dress code for Alameda middle schoolers, all thanks to two students who felt the old dress code singled out girls. 2 years ago, a sixth grader led the cause after being forced to change her clothes after school administrators didn't approve of her tank top and cardigan. The new dress code says that middle schoolers can now wear hats indoors, shorts of any length, spaghetti-strapped tank tops, and ripped jeans. Not allowed, however, clothing displaying violence, pornographic images, or illegal activity.
A San Francisco brewery got in some hot water after they promoted In-N-Out Burger's likeness while promoting their Neapolitan milkshake stout via social media. 7 stills of SF San Francisco promoted the beverage. It contains 13% alcohol. When the burger chain got word of the stout, they issued a very creative cease and desist letter. It reads in part, "We are attempting to clearly distill our rights by crafting an amicable approach with you rather than barrel through this, so this does not ferment." It's unclear what the brewery's next steps are for the stout in question. It was due to debut on Thursday. KPIX 5's Andre Barba is following the story, and we'll have more tonight at 11.
Well, you know, a bear can get into your car. We show you those examples all the time, but it can't always get out. Here's what happened in South Lake Tahoe when the owner of the car on the far right called the El Dorado County Sheriff's Department to say there was a bear stuck inside. Yeah, don't worry. Those were just beanbag rounds hitting the back window of that car, and it worked. You can see the bear made a quick exit.
Well, the Oakland A's have the 4th best record in baseball. They've won 16 of their last 19 home games. And with a combination of grounded veterans and young stars, the green and gold have turned out to be a team to watch. But the A's are still struggling to pack the stands. Last night's win increased Oakland's lead to 2.5 games over Seattle in the wild card race. It pulled the A's to within 2 games of Houston in the AL West. Monday's game had huge playoff implications, but only drew a crowd of 10,400 to the Coliseum. With games this week against the Mariners and the Astros this weekend, Matt Chapman made a plea for more fans to show and watch the team that has been playing some pretty amazing baseball.
I just want to use this time also to just encourage people in Oakland to come out, man. All the fans and support we could get, we could really appreciate it. You know, tonight we're fighting to the very end against the Mariners, and I just wish we could get some more people out here, man. We're fun to watch, and we really want our fans to come out and support us. It'd be great.
Khalil Mack is still holding out, but the Raiders get back a very familiar face on the offensive line. Veteran Donald Penn is back. Penn returned to practice today for the first time since injuring his foot last December. But with first-round pick Colton Miller now lining up at left tackle, Oakland is trying Penn out on the right side, something he says is going to take a little bit of getting used to.
So like one time I was standing by KO in the huddle. He's like, hey, bro, so my bad, let me go over here. You know, there's little things like that. And one time I got in my left-handed stance on accident. I had to switch real fast. You know, it's just I've been doing it for so long, so it's tough. I don't know if it's gonna be permanent or not, but like I told you earlier, we got a good thing going here. I just want to help us win. I'm not playing too much longer. I just want to win.
And fresh off his first NBA championship and a guaranteed NBA contract for next season, Quinn Cook decided to splurge on his biggest fan. This past weekend at his home in Maryland, Cook surprised his mom, Janet, with a brand new car. And Quinn Cook lost his dad about 10 years ago, so his mom has definitely been the rock there.
So
and it's just an amazing moment.
That's great.
I love seeing that. We stream our KPIX 5 News at 5 o'clock every day on CBSSF.com, and we'll be back in less than 60 minutes.
PIX Now News is sponsored by Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
Well, I'm going to the beach where I belong.
Summer is here, so get to the beach.
Where the days are warm and the nights are long.
The admission-free boardwalk is open daily. Check out beachboardwalk.com, and we'll see you at the boardwalk.
Because my mom was a correspondent here, and the kind of news gathering that she was proud to have been a part of, that still gets talked about now. People talk about that legacy and try to fit what we do into that legacy. Our central job at Face the Nation is to sift and sort. Hopefully, by the time people get to us on Sunday, we may be able to put it in context to help them understand it and give them a fuller picture of things.
America's #1 public affairs program, Face the Nation, Sundays. Weeknights at 10. See why more people are tuning in to Bay Area Night Beat with Veronica De La Cruz. Fast-paced, unique, and tuned in to you.
So what do you think about all this? Tweet me right now.
Join the conversation. Bay Area Night Beat with Veronica De La Cruz. Weeknights at 10 on KBCW. With CBS All Access, you can watch KPIX 5 News live and watch CBS shows on demand across desktop, mobile, and streaming devices. Go to cbs.com/all-access now to try it free.
Let's Make a Deal has big money,
copious amounts of cash,
and outrageous moments. A show so thrilling.
Money, money, cash, cash.
You'll be green with envy.
We look good.
Let's Make a Deal. Weekdays, only CBS Daytime.
Bring, 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 bring. Sorry, hello, yes?
America is buzzing about The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
I love your show.
I love your show, too. It's hilarious.
And